Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing about Bitcoin, what to expect this week, the end of the week for the Jackson Hole meeting, which is going to decide whether Bitcoin is going to continue its pathway to all-time high or are we going to have a crash. Of course, before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we post one video every single day about trading, cryptocurrency, and also stocks. Guys, straight away, I'm going to show you about Bitcoin, what's going on right now. The situation, it's very boring. I must say that everybody is thinking what's going to be the next move. Where are we going to go? Are we going to go down? Are we going to go up? At the moment, everything is very unclear. You can see even the RSI from here just ranging in the 50 area. There is no clear direction. Bitcoin is just moving in between $61,000 and $58,000, and nobody knows what's going to be happening after. And in my opinion, what I think is going to be the determinant factor of the proper move is going to be the Jackson Hole Summit. Jerome Powell is going to talk about on Friday about the monetary policy, the economy, and it probably is going to give us a hint of what is going to be happening in September. Are they going to cut interest rates? How much are going to cut? Actually, they're going to cut. Like, there's so many questions that Jerome Powell is going to answer during the Jackson Hole meeting. And would like you to show you this chart over here from the Slope of Hope. There's a very cool name on Twitter, which says that every time we had a Jackson Hole summit and Jerome Powell had a talk since 2020, you can see the market dropped after that. So theoretically, that's not a great time when Jerome Powell was talking. And one of the reasons I think why we should be seeing a drop after Jackson Hole is the fact that everybody right now is convinced that we are going to rip because Jerome Powell is going to say that they're going to cut interest rates. Remember, guys, the Fed is very stubborn. Is very stubborn. Their target of inflation at 2% is yet not being achieved. And what I believe is going to happen is that Jerome Powell is going to say that in September they might not cut interest rates. And if they're going to say something like that, I can guarantee you that the market, the stock market as well as crypto, are going to tank. I'm going to really have a pullback. Not like a crazy pullback, not like a crash or anything like that. But if they're going to say that they don't know if they're going to cut and all of that, then of course you're going to see a pullback. And to understand the pullback, watch until the end of the video because I'm going to show you all the potential scenario. And in the meanwhile, guys, whereas we are moving into this range over here, the only thing you can do right now, if you are into the trading world, crypto and stocks, you can only trade level by level. Like for example, guys, in our VIP group, guys, despite this boredom, we were able to make every single day this kind of percentage in between 10, 20%, 25, 32, 35. Look at the results from our member guys, 120. So those kind of results, guys, are done every single day. Every single day because we post one call, at least one call every single day, if not two or three. Also, we have so many members who are investment bankers, professional traders. So we are one of the biggest community, one of the best communities with the highest winning rate in crypto. So over 90% winning rate, guys. We haven't made a mistake for the last 50 plus trades. So if you want to join a proper community where we're going to put trading results, but trading calls, member calls, crypto chat with our pro members, Bitcoin analysis every single day, altcoin analysis where you can see if you're an investor, what's going to be happening with these altcoins. If you want to trade them as well, look at the accuracy of our data, guys. You need to join the VIP group. A link in the description below. But let's go back into Bitcoin and see what's going to be happening right now. Guys, the situation is a little bit tricky right now because you can see the RSI being at the 50 level. We don't really see where are we going to go next? But in my opinion, looking at the data from here, I could be expecting BTC to have maybe like one last pump up to maybe 60,000, 60,500, and then to drop roughly around this area over here by Jackson Hole, which is going to be on Friday. So 57,000, 58,000, that's going to be my target for Jackson Hole. And you can see from here, right, looking at the liquidation heat map. That's actually a very, very good chart which can indicate us, where is going to be the next move for Bitcoin. Let's go back, I'm going to go back to this in a second, but if you go back, into Bitcoin, what I'm expecting, we're going to be around here. So if you're going to have I would say, a bad speech from Jerome Powell, who's going to say the Fed is not going to cut interest rates and blah, 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 we could be seeing a drop down to this area over here. So my first target for a rebound is going to be at the very end of this channel, which is right sitting roughly around $54,000, $55,000. And then from there, I'm expecting a big rebound like this, just like almost like a V-shape recovery, and then we're going to go back and try to retest this area at roughly $66,000, and then of course we're going to see if we're going to be able to break it. But otherwise, if Jerome Powell is going to talk well, is going to say, oh yeah, we are going to cut interest rates, which I highly doubt is going to say that. But if he will say something like that, then I could be seeing Bitcoin to pump straight from $57,600. So just have a look at this. That's very, very important. But the biggest opportunity, in my opinion, is going to be roughly around $54,000 to $55,000. And then the second opportunity is going to be once we reach this level over here, which I think is not going to be broken. So the level which I'm talking about is roughly at over here. So it is going to be around, I'm going to show you from here, around the 66,000, 67,000. So roughly around here, I could be expecting Bitcoin to pump and then maybe have one last correction to the downside, maybe something like this or something like this. So I don't think we're going to be able to break this one as for yet, but we might be seeing one last dip in September, and then it's going to be probably from October, we're going to see a up-only scenario. But the up-only scenario, guys, is going to be a little bit disappointing, and I'm going to show you why. I believe that we could be seeing maybe the last push for this mid-term top. Because as you know, the economy right now is weakening a lot. So let's say, for example, we're going to go down to 44 from 44,000, forming over here a megaphone type pattern and bringing the previous fractal from this point over here brings you a target of roughly $85,000, which is so in line to what I've been saying for such a long time. Take this point over here to this point over here, it brings me a target here of roughly $85,000 to $86,000, which could be coming by the end of October 2024. So I would say, in my opinion, end of October, in between November and the end of December, we should be seeing Bitcoin reaching $85,000 to $90,000. We're going to have one more dip, maybe, nobody knows, but what I'm really thinking is that we're going to see this last push and then the real correction of Bitcoin could actually start with a target even down as $30,000. So why am I saying that? Because even looking at the liquidation heat map, this is quite interesting. You can see that first of all, there is lots of liquidity sitting at roughly $74,000, $75,000. There is nothing above, but then you can see lots of liquidity around this area over here. As you know, Bitcoin is very notorious for to have market makers who want to liquidate everybody. And having all these orders down to roughly 35, 34 is telling me that market makers, first of all, what they could be doing, they're going to go and hunt all this liquidity here, liquidity from 73, 74, 75, just destroy all of that, pump it to maybe 85K, and then from there, they're going to dump the market, get all over here, and then repump it again. That's what I really can see right now. So again, looking at the cycle, I could say that we're going to see this one, a dump maybe down to 34, 33,000, and then maybe the final parabolic blow off top going up to, I don't know, 100,000 plus. Very difficult to say. But again, guys, no financial advice. Don't just place your trades, based on what I'm saying right now. Second of all, guys, I want to show you as well the Nasdaq, like very similar to the S&P 500. We were talking about here a potential wave. 1 out of 5, which looks like we have been reaching now the tipping point, and in my opinion, we could be seeing some consolidation happening right now with the Nasdaq as well as the S&P 500 coming for today and tomorrow, because Friday, of course, is going to be a very important day. So what I could be seeing right now here, it's I'm trying to understand again, is this on a wave B, and then we're going to see the C coming, which then could correspond with Bitcoin dropping down to $44,000, or this one is a wave 1 out of 5. So it's very difficult to say right now, but I would say that if this one is a wave 1 out of 5, then we should be finishing the cycle by max mid-October 2024. But otherwise, if this one is only the correction, the ABC correction, then we could be seeing the Nasdaq going back to roughly 16,400, then form a final 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave 5 at this target over here, which could be give us a top of, in roughly 3 months, 4 months, and end up in January 2025 with a proper top at roughly $24,000 for the Nasdaq, and then 6,000, 7,000 for the S&P 500. So that's why we need to really be careful to see what's going to be happening now with Jerome Powell on Friday, because it's going to really give us a lot of information. But my expectation, we are going to see a drop with the Jackson Hole meeting. Next one I want to show you guys, very good, is the DXY dollar currency index. You can see that pretty much is standing by a thread. We've been talking about the DXY going down for such a long time, and things have been playing out very, very well. So congratulations to all of you who listened to my boring and annoying talk about crypto and stocks, but we really nailed this trade over here. And now the next target I'm thinking is probably going to be down here at roughly 95. And this could be happening if, of course, the Fed is going to cut interest rates. So by January, we should be seeing a 95 DXY. And then people are asking me what's going to be happening after, if Bitcoin, pumps to it's going to go down to 30 and $30,000, whatever, after the 85, 90K midterm top. I could be seeing the DXY forming like another, I would say, top at 120. And then from here, you could be seeing maybe the last drop. Because why? Because the Fed, in case we're going to go into recession, is going to print so much money, so much liquidity going to the system. And then, of course, everybody's going to buy risk assets. And then once you're going to have a collapse, boom, this happens again. Anyway, let's not talk about too much in details about all of this, because it's going to be too too soon. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it was helpful. Of course, if you have a question, leave a comment down below, and please let me know what you think about this whole situation. Tell me what you think about Bitcoin in this scenario right now, and also tell me what you think is going to happen with Jerome Powell at Jackson Hole. Is it going to be hawkish? Is it going to be dovish? And so much more. Guys, thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video.